Grizzlies tip off preseason tomorrow at Dallas at 7 p.m. And Taylor Jenkins said you can expect to see that new style offense in action.
He's a joy to be around. He's a character.
He's full of energy. He's got, bubbling personality. I'm glad he was able to showcase that, center court in front of the fans.
LeBron James, the king of basketball, just lost his cool over a 5'8" rookie. Can you believe it? The guy who's faced the toughest opponents on the court for years is getting worked up over Yuki Kawamura, a player who wasn't even drafted. But here's the kicker. Fans are saying Kawamura might be more popular than Bronny James, LeBron's own son. That's when LeBron snapped. What made the GOAT go nuts? Is he worried about Bronny's future in the league?
Team at 5'8", but Japanese guard Yuki Kawamura got the biggest cheers from the crowd as he whipped out the gritty with Ja Morant to beat out the other rookies in the annual dance comp.
Let's break it down. LeBron James is usually the king of cool on social media, right? Always posting about his family, hyping up his teammates, and dropping wisdom. But this time, man, things went off the rails fast. Picture this. LeBron's chilling after a game, scrolling through his phone like usual. He's probably expecting to see the usual mix of highlights, memes, and fan love, but suddenly his eyes go wide. What's got the king shook? It's Yuki Kawamura. This 5'8" rookie who wasn't even drafted is blowing up on social media. Fans are going crazy for his highlights, sharing clips of his insane speed and killer passes. That's cool and all, but here's where it gets wild. People start comparing Kawamura's popularity to Bronny's. You can almost see LeBron's face changing as he reads comment after comment. At first, he's probably thinking, no way this is real, but as he keeps scrolling, it hits him. Fans are seriously hyping up this undrafted rookie over his own son. That's when LeBron snaps. His fingers start flying over his phone, typing out tweet after tweet. Each one gets more heated than the last. It's like watching a volcano erupt in real time, but instead of lava, it's all caps and exclamation point. The internet doesn't know what hit it. LeBron's name starts trending faster than you can say slam dunk. Memes start popping up left and right. Some fans are backing him up, saying he's just being a protective dad. Others are calling him out, saying he's overreacting. It's a social media meltdown like we've never seen from LeBron before. The guy who's faced down the toughest opponents on the court for years is losing it over some fan comment. It's wild to see the contrast between his usual composed self and this emotional outburst. But here's the thing, as quick as it started, it's over. LeBron deletes the tweets, probably realizing he went too far. But you know how the internet works. Those screenshots are already everywhere. The damage is done. It's not the first time we've seen NBA stars lose their cool online. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving have both had their share of social media drama. But LeBron? This is new territory for him. So now everyone's talking. What made LeBron snap like that? Is he really that worried about Bronny's future in the league? Or is there something else going on here? But hold up. There's more to this story than just some angry tweets. To really understand what's going on, we need to take a closer look at the guy who started all this drama. Who is Yuki Kawamura and why are fans going so crazy for him? Imagine stepping onto an NBA court where everyone towers over you by a foot or more. That's Yuki Kawamura's reality every game. But here's the kicker. He's not just surviving, he's thriving. How's a guy shorter than most high school players making waves in the land of giants? The answer might surprise you. Let's break it down. Yuki Kawamura stands at just 5'8". That's right, he's the shortest active player in the entire NBA. To put that in perspective, he's probably looking up at you when you're grabbing milk from the top shelf at the grocery store. But don't let his size fool you. This guy's got game. Kawamura's journey to the NBA is like something out of a movie. He wasn't even drafted, but the Memphis Grizzlies saw something special in him during preseason. How special? Well, they signed him to a two-way contract after he averaged 3.4 points and 4.2 assists in just 15 minutes per game. That might not sound mind-blowing, but wait till you see him play. This dude's got speed that'll make your head spin. He zips around the court like he's got rocket boosters in his shoes. But it's not just about being fast. Kawamura's got vision that'd make an eagle jealous. His no-look passes are so smooth, they'll have you rewinding the highlight reel just to figure out how he did it. And let's talk about that jump shot. It's as smooth as butter on a hot pancake. Some folks are even comparing him to Steph Curry. Yeah, that's Steph Curry. Crazy, right? But Kawamura is not just all flash and no substance. During the 2023 FIBA World Cup, he showed the world what he's made of, averaging 20 points, 7.7 assists, and shooting 40% from beyond the arc. That's not just good. That's making the rest of the world take notice. Good. Now, Kawamura is still finding his footing in the NBA. His debut against the Rockets was more of a sneak peek than a grand entrance. He dished out his first assist, but didn't take a shot. But here's the thing. Fans are already going nuts for him. His highlight reels are blowing up on social media faster than cat videos. And it's not just fans. Even NBA stars are taking notice. Ja Morant, the Grizzlies superstar, is already hyping him up. That's like like getting a thumbs up from LeBron himself. Speaking of LeBron, this is where things get interesting. Kawamura is not just making waves in the NBA, he's becoming a sensation back in Japan. He's only the 4th Japanese player to make it to the league, following guys like Rui Hachimura and Yuta Watanabe. But the buzz around Kawamura, it's on another level. Speaking of sensations, let's switch gears for a second. You think Kawamura's got pressure? Try being Bronny James. This kid's been in the spotlight since before he could dribble. Now he's finally in the NBA, and man, his first game was something else. You won't believe what went down when he stepped on that court. Let's rewind a bit. Bronny's journey to the NBA wasn't your typical path. Sure, he was a high school star, then played at USC, but the real drama came on draft night. The Lakers snagged him with the 55th pick overall. Now, being picked that late might be a dream for most players, but when you're LeBron's son, that's a whole different ball game. Imagine having the greatest player alive as your dad. The pressure's insane. Every move Bronny makes is under a microscope. Fans, media, other players, everyone's watching, waiting to see if he's got that James magic. So, Bronny's first NBA game rolls around. The anticipation is through the roof. He checks in during the second quarter, and the crowd goes wild. But here's where it gets interesting. In those first 3 minutes, Bronny grabs an offensive rebound. Not bad, right? But then he goes 0 for 2 from the field. Ouch. And to top it off, his plus minus is 5. Now, the fans, they're split. Some are hyping him up, saying he's just getting started. Others, they're calling him overhyped, saying he's only there because of his dad. It's like watching a tennis match, with opinions flying back and forth. But here's the thing. Bronny's debut was historic. He's the first son of an active NBA player to play alongside his dad. That's never happened before. It's cool, but it's also a lot to live up to. Let's put this in perspective. Think about other NBA sons like Klay Thompson or Steph Curry. They faced pressure too, but they carved out their own paths. Bronny's trying to do the same, but with the whole world watching. The experts are weighing in too. They're saying Bronny's got potential, but he needs to work on his shooting and overall impact. It's not just about living up to the James name, it's about finding his own game. Through all this, LeBron's been Bronny's biggest cheerleader. He's proud of his son's journey and wants him to find his own way in the league. But you've got to wonder, what's going through LeBron's head when he sees all this play out? Bronny's still finding his footing in the NBA. He's showing flashes of potential, but he's got a long way to go. It's early days, and who knows, maybe he'll surprise us all. One thing's for sure, the Bronny James story is just getting started, and we're all along for the ride. Bronny's journey is one thing, but have you noticed what's happening with LeBron lately? The league's young guns are coming for his throne, and the numbers suggest they might be closer than we think. Is the King's reign coming to an end? Let's take a closer look at LeBron's game. Remember when he was dropping 30 points a night like it was nothing? Well, last season he averaged 28.9 points per game. That's still insane for most players, but for LeBron, it's a step down from his peak of 30.3 back in 2017-2018. And it's not just the scoring. His overall impact on the court is slipping too. Check this out. LeBron's player efficiency rating, or PER, used to be off the charts. We're talking 28.8 in 2017-2018. But last season, it dropped to 24.6. Now, that's still really good, but it's not the best player in the world numbers we're used to seeing from him. The young stars in the league aren't just nipping at LeBron's heels. They're straight up challenging him for the top spot. Some analysts are now ranking LeBron around 5th or 6th among active players. Can you believe it? The guy who's been in the GOAT conversation for years is now fighting to stay in the top 5. But here's where it gets interesting. The fans are split on this one. Jump on social media and you'll see some folks saying LeBron's done, that he can't keep up with the young guns anymore. But then you've got the diehard LeBron fans who are ride or die. They're saying he's still got it, that he's just pacing himself for another championship run. So what are the experts saying about all this? One NBA analyst put it this way: LeBron is still a force, but the younger generation is starting to take over, and it raises questions about how much longer he can maintain this level of play. Ouch. That's got to sting for the king to hear, but don't count LeBron out just yet. He's not going down without a fight. He recently said, "I still have a lot left in the tank, and I want to compete for championships as long as I can." That's the LeBron we know, always ready for the next challenge. Here's the deal. LeBron's legacy is secure. He's a 4-time champ, 4-time MVP, and he's got more accolades than we can count. But his reign as the undisputed best player in the league, that might be coming to an end. And you know what? That's okay. Every king has to pass the crown eventually. This whole situation with Bronny and Kawamura, it's about more than just some tweets. It's about a father watching his son enter a league that he's dominated for 2 decades. all while feeling his own grip on the throne start to loosen. No wonder LeBron's feeling the pressure. The king might be in the final chapter of his incredible story, but something tells me he's got a few more plot twists left in him. So, what's the deal with LeBron's meltdown? It's like watching a pressure cooker explode. The NBA spotlight's no joke, and LeBron's feeling the heat from all angles. He's not just the GOAT anymore. He's a dad trying to protect his kid in a league that's getting younger and hungrier by the day. Is LeBron overreacting? Maybe. But can you blame him? The pressure's insane. And with Kawamura turning heads and Bronny finding his footing, this drama's far from over. Keep your eyes peeled for that Grizzlies Magic game on October 28th. LeBron, Bronny, and Kawamura might all hit the court together, and you know sparks are gonna fly. This story's just getting started, and trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next.